Hello, this is Heather Speeney with Suburban Citizen Advocacy. Today we're talking about the topic of special needs trusts in Pennsylvania. Though this is not our specialty, we wanted to put out some basic information and provide some resources about the topic for further discussion. What is a special needs trust? So the general idea of a special needs trust is to be able to secure income for somebody with a mental, physical, or chronic illness, but so that it doesn't interfere with their eligibility for public assistance. Public assistance is referred to here as Social Security income, Social Security disability income, Medicare, and Medicaid. Setting up a special needs trust is a great way to ensure financial security for someone that you care about without taking away their eligibility for public assistance because of the extra income or assets that you leave to them. So for an example, being a beneficiary on a life insurance policy of $5,000 would make somebody ineligible for public assistance when that money is awarded to them. If the money is awarded to the special needs trust instead, this keeps that money out of consideration for what is eligible income when applying for public assistance. How a special needs trust works. So the person that is creating the trust is the one that gets to appoint their trustee, which is the monitor or the decision maker of the trust. The trustee gets to decide what the money is to be spent on and manages any investments or any other ways of using the money. The money in the trust covers part of the person's income that is not covered by public assistance. So this is to ensure that your trust money does not count against the person when they are applying for public assistance. If when applying for public assistance, you're told that the person has too much money in assets and income, please ensure that they know that this is not just a trust, but that it's a special needs trust. And if they are insistent that they are not eligible, please consult help or speak to a manager regarding the situation. Benefits of a special needs trust. So number one, you have extra financial support for the person that you set the trust up for. You also have peace of mind knowing that the money will be used in the ways that you want it to be used. As the recipient, you know that you have security of finance. And so if a furnace breaks in the house that you live in, or that you're responsible for paying for, or you need new clothes, or there's a fire and you need new furniture, those would all be covered by your special needs trust. Number two is knowing that the money will be used for the intended purposes. So a special needs trust is irrevocable and their assets cannot be seized by creditors or by the winner of a lawsuit, according to Investopedia.com, So it really does protect the money that is put in there, and it really can be used only for the purposes that it was made for. The special needs trust also has a general age rule of having the beneficiary being before 65 when that trust is created. So you may want to double check that all legal documents created have accurate wording and validity in them, because if they are not drawn up correctly, it can cause problems for the person trying to get the public assistance. We'll talk more about that in another slide coming up. So how do you set up a trust for special needs? Well, first, you definitely want to have a general understanding of what a trust is and what you want out of it. Please, please, please make sure that you pick somebody who is knowledgeable and experienced in creating a special needs trust. People you can go to are some nonprofits, some charities, and lawyers who are specialized in this area. Not all nonprofits or charities, just like not all lawyers, are versed in this area. So you want to make sure that you definitely pick someone who is experienced and knowledgeable in this area. Please ensure that you're setting up a special needs trust. There are different types of trusts, and not all are looked at in the same way with your public assistance eligibility. So on the last slide, we talked about making sure that wording is valid and that things are written correctly legally so that this doesn't become an issue with public assistance later down the road. Number 2 and number 3 are the highlights that are most important to that. Is that yes, there are different types of trusts, and you must make sure that you have someone experienced in how to write a special needs trust, because not all trusts protect your asset level or income amount when it comes to eligibility for public assistance. So those are 2 big takeaways from this presentation that you want to look for and plan for. You also get to choose your trustee, and this trustee is, as we said, is the person who is the manager. So they will be your record keeper, they will disperse the money, and they will provide records to the government when needed. You can also look at having an advocate that is connected with the special needs trust. This would be somebody that you know that is close to you, the creator of the trust, but also somebody who is close to the person you're setting the trust up for. This advocate would make sure that they talk with the trustee and help with any decisions on how the money is spent, or the purpose that you created the trust for is making sure that that's being followed. A great resource for checklists and resources, specialized lawyers in your area, further updated information, please go to specialneedsanswers.com, as they are very thorough and they are able to answer many of the questions that I'm sure that you already have. How you can utilize a special needs trust. First, the funds can be for the primary needs of the person, not covered by your public assistance. So if they need to buy a new automobile or a new piece of furniture, that is something that they could use the trust funds for. Payments should not go to the beneficiary of the trust, but money should go directly to the third-party vendor or provider so that it is not considered unearned income. If your trustee writes the check directly to the beneficiary of the trust and then they spend the money, that is looked at as unearned income. You want the check to go directly to the store that they are buying the products from, for example. Also, thorough record keeping is a must. Keep receipts, keep invoices, keep any transactions or disbursements from the funds, so that if there are ever any questions or necessary reasons to look back at what things were used for in the trust to make sure that it followed the purposes of the trust, it's all recorded. So what does a special needs trust cost? This can vary based on where you go. Keep in mind, though, this may not be the place you want to cut corners due to the very specific ways it needs to be set up and details that need to be included. Lawyers can charge a flat fee, some charge by hour, and then nonprofits, of course, you want to make sure that they're trained and experienced. They're going to have a different type of cost, if any, depending on where you call. So that is something that will vary depending on where you go. A great resource for more information is the Special Needs Alliance. The link is there and you should be able to click on it. Resources used for this presentation is Investopedia, the CPT Institute, the Special Needs Answers, and Very Well Family websites were great help in understanding and putting together the detail here. Again, we are not lawyers and we are not specialized at East Suburban Citizen Advocacy in the Special Needs Trust, but we wanted to provide some basic information for you to understand the purpose of the trust, how they work, what they do, so that you can decide if this is something you want to pursue further for someone that you care about. Thank you, and we hope that this has been helpful. If you need any further information from us or further contacts even, our contact information is on the screen, but it is www.eastsuburbancitizenadvocacy.org for our website, ESCADVOCACY@gmail.com, and our office phone number is 724-325-3344. Thank you.